Let me think.
Let me answer that.
Were set to provide and protect. Women were set to bear the children and take care of the household. So, in modern day, I mean, when it comes to women, you have to just understand that they want a guy that could take care of them. Just the way it is.
A lot of women complain about being objectified sexually, right? But do you think that women objectify men financially and do the same
Hell
thing?
yeah.
So how is that different than like just a loose? How's that not prostitution in a way?
Oh, because let me think.
Let me answer that.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, let me just say, I'm a preacher's kid, and as a kid, your daddy tell you like, when my daddy always tell me, if he can't afford to take you out for a steak dinner, he ain't the man for you. Y'all put that shit in our head since forever. When men take their daughters like to get their nails done and they pedicures, they take them on like daddy-daughter dates. First thing they say is, I want to teach her how a man should treat her.
Exactly.
So,
So
is that prostitution? Since I was a little
it's
girl,
only
you've been teaching me that a man should court me and date me a certain kind of way. I should.
I feel
a
like,
certain caliber of man.
of course, I feel like it's only prostitution if we make a deal like, oh, it's $400 to fuck me. No,
Exactly.
if I'm telling you, oh, you have to do this, then the third. That's because I came from a household where my daddy did it. So when my daddy passed me on to the next man, that means you could take care of me.
Prostitution is when you put it on the ground. I put it down.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm glad we clear that up.
Okay.
Now my question is, okay, a lot of women nowadays say they want a guy who's a sugar daddy.
I got a sugar daddy.
Do you think it's hypocritical for parents to advise their sons to avoid gold diggers?
How's that not prostitution?
They want a guy that could take care of them. Just the way it is.
A lot of women complain about being objectified sexually, right? But do you think that women objectify men financially and do the same
Hell
thing?
yeah.
So how is that different than like just a loose? How's that not prostitution in a way?
Oh, because let me think.
Let me answer that.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing? Okay, let me just say, I'm a preacher's kid, and as a kid, your daddy tell you like, when my daddy always tell me, if he can't afford to take you out for a steak dinner, he ain't the man for you. Y'all put that shit in our head since forever. When men take their daughters like to get their nails done and they pedicures, they take them on like daddy-daughter dates. First thing they say is, I want to teach her how a man should treat her.
Exactly.
So,
So
is that prostitution? Since I was a little
it's
girl,
only
you've been teaching me that a man should court me and date me a certain kind of way. I should.
I feel
a
like,
certain caliber of man.
of course, I feel like it's only prostitution if we make a deal like, oh, it's $400 to fuck me. No,
Exactly.
if I'm telling you.
Purpose of taking your kid, your baby girl, and her father the other day is to show her how she's supposed to be treated while on a date, not what type of date necessarily she she should be looking for. So it should be the amount of money that is spent on her, but the thing that is done for her on the date and how she should act on a date. So, for example, I don't have any kids, but I have nieces. If I take my nieces out to dinner, I will open the door for them. I treat them like a lady. I open the door for them, pull the chair out, and let them know that this is what a guy is supposed to do for you. When you go on a date, a guy's supposed to open the door for you to let you go in the car, or if you so choose to come and open the door for you to get out the car, pull your seat out for you to sit on, and help you to sit down and stuff like that, and let them know that if the guy's doing this, you're supposed to be pleasant and have conversation with the person and not be mean and stuck up to the person. whoever is taking you on a date and stuff like that. It's not just one-sided. It shouldn't be one-sided because you don't want to teach your daughter that the guys are supposed to be doing everything and she's just sitting down and saying entertainment. And it's sad that that's what she got from her dad, who's a pastor, that she needs to be entertained. She needs to be taken to fancy restaurant and spend $300, $400. Because if I'm spending $20 on you for one date, I am entertaining you, and by the end of that date, I'm expecting something. Or next date, I'm expecting something from you.
Protect, provide, but the minute he expects her to cook and clean traditional woman things, that's seen as sexist.
I think that's one of those things that also just depends on the particular parties involved. I mean, obviously the way that you grew up or what you saw in your household growing up is going to determine whether you see that as something that's normal or taboo, you know what I mean? So if you, I mean, say you were raised by two lesbian moms and then you marry a dude who expects you to freaking cook and clean and do all this stuff all the time, they probably were trying to make you, you know, a strong, independent woman because you didn't have that necessarily like father figure in your life. So I think it really just depends on the circumstances that you grew up in.
If there was one thing that you wish more women understood about men, what would that be?
To be honest, that we want just more than one of you. Like, we can't be confined, and it's just, we're going to keep circling right back around trying to do the same concepts of monogamy. I don't really believe in monogamy. I feel like men are naturally polygamous, and that's why it doesn't work. And just, you try to tie us down into a domestic relationship, and we act like that's what we want, and that's what we're satisfied, and we have to play a cat and mouse dance and lie and tell you, but secretly when you walk away, oh, we're looking over here and over there. And then we end up getting in trouble, and then we end up losing our women, and that's why divorce rate is so high, I believe.
Why do you think that there are some men who struggle with commitment?
Because they're broke as fuck, and they're lame as fuck, and they're gay as fuck. Next question.
What was surprising to you, something that you learned about men in your experiences? Just dealing with men, dating, relationships?
There's no such thing as a loyal man. Every man cheats.
So do you think that men are only as loyal as their options?
Yep. Yeah, Vegas.
Do you think that people are just only as loyal as their options, including women as well?
Yep.
I think so too, yeah. Men are biologically disgusting and they're biologically liars. It takes the right woman to come into their lives and mold their bitch asses.
Oh no, even when the right woman come in their life, they still cheat. Because they're dumb as fuck, okay?
They wait until they know they about to lose that one and like
They want to crash shit.
Don't
cry
do you
now,
think?
bitch
Okay,
ass
tell me this.
nigga.
Do you think you were talking about cheating, right? When somebody cheats on their lover, right? Do you typically blame the one who cheats or the one who drove the other one to cheat?
At the same time, it takes two. You feel me? So you obviously doing something that made me cheat. I ain't gonna cheat with the bottom of the barrel. I'm gonna cheat on somebody that's better than you.
Why didn't you just leave? Nobody can make you cheat.
You right.
Who do you think kind of sets the rules in relationships? You know, the boundaries.
It depends on the kind of relationship.
Do you think it's true that the one who loves the other one less is the one who has the control in a relationship?
I never thought about that. I don't think so, but sometimes kinda.
Sometimes kind of? Okay.
Yeah. But like
Interesting.
toxic, but
What are the characteristics of a toxic person?
someone who makes you feel guilty or bad about things that you shouldn't feel bad about.
A lot of guys are just more thirstier than females are. Females will rather seek out their options, and they have a lot of options. So they piggyback off of different guys. It's just the truth, man. I've seen it myself.
Okay. And doesn't having more options in dating give women the privilege of being more picky?
Hell, half the time they don't even have to be picky. You know, but the options give them an opportunity to see exactly what they want and to fill their needs at that time. So if they have more
What is a woman?
So if they have more options, they're able to fulfill their needs a lot faster.
Do you think women are biologically driven to seek out the highest value man they can attract, specifically the best protector and provider?
Yes.
So that's biological, that's in their DNA, right?
Right. That's every woman is like that. Every woman, it's in their DNA. Every woman wants the best option she could possibly find. Physically, society has made us think that the dad bod is a thing. No, girls like guys with abs, guys with nice bodies. It's all propaganda. So they want the best option they could possibly find, the most money, whatever.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, that's what they want. If you
I
are
don't think
seeking
it's a female
someone to
thing. I
provide,
think
why wouldn't
it's
you want the best one to do
just a
it? So
human thing.
you can't be mad
Human
at women because
beings
they want a
want
rich
the
man,
best.
or they want
Females
the athlete. They want the
want
strong
the
guy. Like
strongest men,
they want the dominant alpha male.
while
You know what I'm
men
saying? So
want the prettiest,
why wouldn't
sexiest
they go
woman.
for the best of what they can get? That's
Because you want the person that is gonna allow you to carry on your legacy. So if it's a female and you're a man, you want the female with the wide hips, the big butt, the big breasts, because that show you that she could have kids. The chance of she bringing the kids to full term is higher. And after full term, if she could feed the kid. And as a female, if you're a female looking for a guy, you want a guy that is able to protect you when you have that kid while you're pregnant, because you're very vulnerable when you're pregnant as a female. And after the birth of your kid, he must and should be able to protect that kid, provide and protect for that kid. So you want someone that has money and the ability to protect, to put them up somewhere that is safe and provide food, schooling, and all that for them. So it's a natural part of our existence to want someone that is the best of our options, of the options that we have. I don't think it's neither male or female. It's both. Both of us look for the best. It might be different in terms of what we're looking for, but both of us want the best of whatever it is that we're looking for.